everyone. My name is Mehta. It was really nice listening to my so-called competitor from the Eastern Coast. And we talked about forming those relationships. I think it's really important because the day I landed here, that's on the 11th of August, there was this thing in my mind that as soon as I come to Canada, I'll have to focus on building those positive and long-lasting relationships in my life. And I would say one of the first persons that I met here was Luke Butterworth. This guy is absolutely amazing. When I met him, I realized it is really important while you're in the MBA program to form a long-lasting and positive relationship with the local population as well. You may have various backgrounds and diverse backgrounds coming from your home country, but in order to have that local support, it's really important to gel with those people and get their support in your favor. So Luke was one of the persons I think proudly say that he's become my Canadian brother, I would say. So standing for the post for the external, I would say the sole purpose for me would be to secure the sponsorship from the different Alberta business communities here. And for that, I think it's really important for me to leverage those long-lasting relationships with them and come out with a solution that would actually help in order to fund the key MBA events such as MBA Games and Signature Gala as well. So I think I'm going to leverage on those long-lasting relationships, and I'm going to make sure that I work on those relationships in order to leave a significant mark out there for the University of Alberta. Talking about my past experience, I have a very diverse background. So I started working as an IT engineer, working with different different teams all over the world. I was involved with I was involved directly with the vice president in Charlotte. So I would say I already have that outreach exposure to different people from the community. And then I eventually wanted to build an entrepreneurial side as well. So I joined my father's business in the real estate industry, and there I learned that the connections can take you anywhere, wherever you feel like going. So in that course of time, I built connections, and I would really emphasize on this word connection, because connections eventually helped me a lot in order to improve my efficiencies and learning in the business. So thankfully, I was relying on those connections, and as a result, it proved a lot beneficial for my business as well. My goal would, as an external, would be to secure a sponsorship, as I mentioned, but it would also be to nurture the current relationships that University of Alberta has with the Alberta business community. And while nurturing on those connections, I would make sure that the growth of the new connections also take place, because it's very important to focus on the new growth connections as well. And it's a given fact, because if you're working on maintaining and fostering are two different sectors of the building a contact. You can maintain a contact, but it's very important to simultaneously hold those contacts at one place and leverage on those contacts. So I think building on those positive and long-lasting relationships would take University of Alberta's name to a greater height. So my focus would be basically on maximizing the name for the university. That's it. And right. I would actually like all of you to vote for me, and because Manoj has already given his speech, and I think he did a fantastic job at that. But as I mentioned, my primary focus would be just to focus on building those everlasting contacts and relationships. So I think I'll be out campaigning for the external as soon as the speeches are over. And thank you so much, my friends. Merci beaucoup, mes amis.